Welcome, folks, to an entirely new channel. And I'm sure we've all seen crazy shit flying around with these lips. Kind of stepping in a little out of comfort zone for just watching to pretty much attempting how to do this. And I'm sure many of us have probably been in that spot. I guess we'll see how it goes. I think they've brought up some Modern King, so get out there. Just figured I'd use random clips as a starting spot. See how this goes. And I'm sure most of us have probably seen most of these online somewhere. And I'm sure it's crazy, it's probably insane at the same time. So I guess we'll have a little fun. Mostly at their expense, but guess we'll see.
How much is an eyeshadow palette? How much is like her nails? That's why men like pay for dates and things.
So in a scenario where I could demonstrate that I spend more money getting ready, are you okay with a woman fully paying for the date?
No.
Okay, so then why would that even be an argument then?
Can you repeat the question?
I'm a really high earning guy going on a date with a girl who's not broke, but she makes $70,000 a year and I make $1 million. And I pick her up in a Lamborghini. I've definitely spent more money showing up to that date than she did.
Yeah, but
So if I show up in my Lamborghini and my Rolex and my custom suit and whatever, I've spent more money in preparation showing up for that date. Should she fully pay for the whole date?
no.
But I spent more money getting ready.
I am never gonna pay for a first date.
And you, lady, I can tell you, you're gonna wander alone in the world. Because I'm sure a Lamborghini, if dude's got that much money and puts that much effort into it, you ain't paying for the date. You're probably gonna end up doing a lot of other things in the meantime, I'm sure. But I'm sure she has, another page, so who knows? I mean, she didn't understand the question. I'm pretty sure it was self-explanatory, but I mean, I don't know why you would need all that crap, because I'm sure most guys just hope you just show up. But, I digress.
Yeah, bro, divorce is the only option. She's not the right wife, bro. Finding a better woman's the only option at this point, honestly. Can't believe she'd do that to you, bro. After all you guys have been through, like, it doesn't even make sense. It's fucking crazy, bro. What the Are you serious?
What the
You just threw my phone.
You said divorce was the only option. She's not the right wife. Are you serious?
I was on the phone with my friend. His wife cheated on him.
Oh. Sorry. I'll go get your phone.
Are you serious?
I'm sorry, I'll go get your phone.
I can't.
There's no. How did she walk up there and not see his hand up to his head? Like, good God. And then through the phone, which probably damaged the phone, I'm sure. I mean, I've seen guys think out loud like that, but holy hell.
Take you on a date? Why? Oh, okay, no worries. It would work.
Already?
It would work.
Already?
What?
That's all you can do.
Who's this? I have no idea what this girl is.
Does anybody else think
Yeah, that does sound about right. Usually when you walk away from one and up to another, they end up taking interest. And I'm sure probably happens more than most people probably realize, but I mean, can you do? Of course, then she'd try to sabotage somebody else's chances, and I mean, never had it personally happen, but good lord.
It's weird that women can expect things from men, but men can't expect anything from women. Like, I seriously want you to stop and think about one thing that it's socially acceptable for a man to expect from a woman. Like, can you think of a tangible thing where if I got on here and I was like, hey, I think in a relationship that women should blah, 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 that wouldn't be problematic or red pill? Because from what I notice, it's like, it's okay if a woman expects men to pay for dates, but that man can't expect the woman to put out. It's okay if women expect men to pay all their rent, but if he expects her to cook and clean, he's a filthy misogynist. Women can expect a man to facilitate an environment in which they can become a stay-at-home mother. However, that man cannot expect her to become a stay-at-home mother. Like, do you see what I'm getting at here? Personally, I don't think anybody should expect anything from anybody. However, the hypocrisy is crazy to me. And the lack of acknowledgement in the hypocrisy just confuses me. It's like we have certain demographics here who are listing their expectations, but not being willing to deliver anything whatsoever.
Say it.
Well, that's a natural thing, though. All take, no give. It's pretty normal and modern. Well, women, anyways. But, you know, accountability is kryptonite, and never go wrong there, I guess.
Louder for the women in back. That's definitely gonna get me in trouble. In all seriousness, this is what's so frustrating for so many men out there, because they're either trying to find a life partner through all of this stuff, all of the double standards, all of the negativity towards men in general right now. The fact that so many women would pick the bear over a man. Or they've decided to just stay single. They've decided to remove themselves from the game. Most men out there are just so frustrated over these double standards. And if while being single, they've discovered peace and sanity, they're going to stay there. They are choosing peace over this craziness.
Trust me, I'd be asking a man versus bear, and they pick the bear. They probably think they're Yogi and Boo Boo.
If they didn't have any double standards, they'd have no standards at all. They can be as delusional as they want, but it doesn't mean men are obligated to tolerate said delusion.
1, 2, 3, 4.
She's walking out in that, chances are, you know, she has another page.
Can I really order whatever I want?
Go ahead.
Are you sure?
It's your night.
I'm looking at that dry-aged porterhouse.
126.
A 32-ounce steak? Bro, she weighs no more than 160. What she eating a 32-ounce steak?
I mean, if you got that and you split between the two of them,
you should take care of your girl and her friends. Like, y'all going out on a date, and she's with her friends, and it's you gotta pay for them. You gotta pay for them.
ain't ain't nobody saying that with a straight face, I doubt.
I can't finish.
You guys were so mean to that woman who was upset that no one in the Amazon warehouse was hitting on her. And I don't understand why, because I think it's very easy to understand what she's saying. She has not felt desired for most of her life. People do not find her attractive. No one has been explicitly saying that they find her attractive.
Correct.
Yes, well, unfortunately, ladies, I hate to tell you and bring the bad news, but when most guys go to work, they go to work. They're not running around their entire job hitting on women. Sorry. They're there to work, make a paycheck. I hate to tell you, but it goes.
Correct me if I'm confused, but didn't we spend the last couple of years talking about equality? So yes, the young lady who's
I mean, they did cry
on
about
Amazon,
it, so.
what most of you guys or most of everyone is seeing is what's called equality. Just for a second, close your eyes and imagine a male, got on here and said the same exact thing.
Probably be getting
Women
roasted
would
by
be
women.
roasting him. dudes would already be roasting him because this is something we understand when you're growing up.
23, recently dating a rich 29-year-old. He's been taking you to expensive dinners, $500 plus. How do I get him to spend it? Personally, he wants to take me on vacation. Okay, so he's using you and enjoying your company, and he's spending money on you and him. Okay, so you can't count that as money spent on you. It's $0 has been spent on you.
If he's spending money on her and enjoying her company, and it's a legit thing, which hit and miss, why doesn't it count? He had to earn that money. That's the way he spends it. I mean, I'm sure the woman in the video is probably single. I feel bad for the guy if she's not, but I mean, isn't that what she signed up for? I could be wrong. Most women, at least modern-wise, want that. Trips and stuff bought for them. I've never heard anybody complain about it, but yeah, I guess it's the first time for everything.
So if I understand her girl math correctly, him spending his money on her is selfish and doesn't actually count because he also benefits from the money spent. You know what's even funnier is she's still not satisfied and wants more because the dinners, experiences, and trips are no longer enough to satiate her never-ending appetite for more. Avoid financial vampires like this at all costs.
I see why.
He's not wrong. I mean, Dracula's a vampire, and even he don't ask for nothing.
I'm starting to see more and more videos on this app of women complaining about not getting the things that they want out of men, or not getting men to treat them the way that they want to be treated. Y'all are stupid. Y'all are stupid because you're taking advice from this dumbass chick. Y'all are being programmed so that way they can turn you into customers. I want you to really think about it. Think about all these female creators that are pushing the male-hating agenda. Something that they have in common. Majority of them are in relationships. But then they
I mean, he's
tell
not wrong.
you that you should hate men. But of course, when you go to their page, there's a link on there where they're selling you something in regards to hating men. But the whole time, they're happy in their relationship. Y'all really gotta stop falling for this bullshit. It's been going on long enough.
Are you in a relationship with a woman and you're tired of all that hooting and hollering? Well, here are 5 surefire ways passed down from generation to generation of men on how to calm those ladies
I
down.
can well imagine.
Number 5, just tell her to calm down. Sometimes women get all caught up in their womaning and forget the basic rules of polite discourse. A gentle reminder to calm down should simmer the situation.
Probably
Number
works about
4,
5%.
remind her to relax. This helps the ladies who understand their level of energy is inappropriate, but aren't quite sure what the next step to take. Number 3.
Oh, they do, trust
You're
me.
here, I need you here. This simple physical action can help demonstrate the de-escalation necessary in the situation. Number 4. Pretend this is your crazy knob. We need to turn it way down. Again, just another physical demonstration to show them the proper path. And number 1, only to be used in extreme cases. You're acting like your mother, and this world doesn't need 2 that crazy walking around. Just use these 5 simple methods.
Well, I guess if you ever want to sleep with your eye open, I mean, that might actually work.
See you next time.
I've been seeing a lot of conversation about how men are ruining the club.
I will have you notice the septum piercing theory has not missed yet.
Undefeated.
Vibe, and I was hesitant to weigh in because I am a non-binary lesbian. I understand that I am not desired by a lot of these people, and I don't really care about that aspect of things. But what I have noticed is that they.
I mean, if I'm not mistaken, I'm sure somebody will probably correct me. Non-binary was supposed to mean man or woman. So that means you can't play for the same team if you're neither. Oy vey.
Failing the water test. Now, the water test is when you need water, or one of your friends needs water, and you jump the line to ask the person who's currently ordering for water. This has never been a problem.
Jump the line for water. Never seen that.
Until recently, people have started saying no.
Okay, so let me get this straight. You are not into men. Fair. But you are conducting tests.
Not
The water
intimate
test.
unless it's
And the
like
water
probably a
test is
buffet,
that there's a
maybe.
line at a bar or whatever. You skip the line. You go to the person in the front if it's a man, and you tell him, hey, get me a water. And if he chooses not to get you a water, he's a bad person. You
An
lost me at
interesting
skipping the line. Let me
situation.
start there. Secondly, don't nobody owe you. If that person does not want to get you water, they don't have to get you water. Wait in line like everybody else. If it is not an absolute emergency, I don't see why anyone would feel entitled to said water. This level of entitlement that some of y'all walk around with is insane to me.
At gay clubs,
Yeah, well, have you ever tried to skip a line in front of everybody else at a club or bar? Good luck with that.
at straight clubs, men have started saying no. And I just don't understand how you can sit there and ask for all the perks that women get, but you don't bring any of the kindness or respect or just fun that women bring. Like, it just
How about no?
makes no sense to me how you can fail that test because it is the most basic thing in the world to just get somebody some water.
You're doing everything except addressing the fact that they don't have to do these things, and you're not entitled to them doing it.
I'll
Would
go
it be
beat
a
around the
nice
bush.
gesture? Sure, but if that person chooses not to, that's just something you have to accept. And when the did that become a test? What are you even talking about? And what do you mean by we're asking for the perks that women get? What perks are you talking about?
It doesn't cost you a dime. It costs you, what, 5 more words? Can I add a water? I don't know if I counted that correctly, whatever. But
Math is hard, apparently.
it's really telling about the state of men and everything like that they would say no to getting somebody water, whether they deem that person desirable or not. Because again, I've seen some of my straight friends baddest around get denied from it as well.
So your idea of men being better is diving into your high level of entitlement. I find it so odd that the only time you guys praise men is when they're doing something for y'all. But the moment we do something for us, or the moment we do something that we don't want to do for y'all, now all of a sudden we're all these things.
Yeah, but she has a little wordplay when she starts throwing things like straight, non-binary. Nobody cares, lady. Trust me. I guarantee you, nobody cares. Why you felt the need to throw that in there, nobody knows.
If a man asked her for water, do you think she would pass her own test? But then again, people like this don't seem to have any issues with double standards. Like
Clearly.
I've said before, many of them view men as utility to make their life easier. So whenever a man tells them no, they get angry because they believe men are obligated to serve them.
Mom, why you don't just give us this bed? You and Dad get the one bed.
Rage cut my hair off. About 5 weekly salon visits out of the family budget. Lady, I hate to tell you, but there are people that, do this weird thing, it's called learning. Hell of a thing, I know. Some people, I'm sure. But you do realize not too many really go every 2 weeks. Unless you mean coloring your hair, but I didn't realize salon visits were in a family budget. Which I'm assuming means everybody gets done at the same time. It's a hell of an expensive trip. But you can learn. As somebody who does that themselves, doesn't take much to learn. But then again, modern women and learning. It's like water in the desert.
Mind you, her description says, granted, we are saving for our homestead, which I want more than anything, but still. Bro, Shorty really cut her hair because her husband cut out her bi-weekly salon visits. Ain't no way in saying she can't get it done once a month. He ain't say it was for no reason. She literally said it's for their homestead, which she wants more than anything. This is
Hell,
actually
people
kind of scary.
once every 2 months.
Like, bro, this is the equivalent of a toddler throwing a fit.
Couldn't
This
get
is
what they
this
want.
is, but you're a grown adult. Do y'all remember as kids, whenever Remember as kids when your mom was like, no, I can't have it, and so you deliberately like did something to yourself thinking it was going to hurt her. Like for example, your
Like
parents
not
said you
eating?
can't have cake, and you're just like, bet I'm not going to eat that, and you literally just starve yourself because you couldn't have cake. That's not corrected. They turn into this as an adult. Her husband saving to get them a homestead that she wants, and she's cutting her
Like when you
hair
had to have
because
your
he's
veggies
cutting
as a
out
kid.
the bi-weekly salon visits.
Did a husband cross the line when he left his wife at the airport? The husband explained they had about 15 minutes until boarding started, and his wife insisted on going to Starbucks, which was on a different terminal. He told her she didn't have time, but she didn't listen. He waited as long as possible, but when the gate agent was about to close the door, he decided to get on the plane, and the wife did not make the connection.
Yeah, throw the whole wife away. First of all, he was going to visit
I'll say that
his
too
daughter.
loud to some people.
So when the wife decided to go to another terminal with 15 minutes to board the plane, she made him make a choice between her and his daughter. So there was a trip planned before. She overslept, so they already missed the flight. So this is the second time that they're going to try to see his daughter.
Yeah, I'm sure she overslept on purpose too.
So when she decided that she was going to delay or just take her sweet time like the plane was supposed to wait for her, then he did the right thing and he got his butt on that plane to go see his daughter.
If you enjoyed this video, I promise you will love this next video.
Yeah, but see
I
how
will see
now
you
had he done that to her, he'd be in trouble. And be getting lambasted by pretty well everybody on the internet. But that's obviously going to be the end of this video. Watching some of that just kind of made my head hurt, but Lord, some people and women these days. Maybe like jumping in front of a bullet train. But hopefully everybody enjoyed. Shout out to Modern King. And we will see everybody in the next one.